From an ancient construction to the map of the world in the desert, I'm Bob from World 5 List. Join me as I tell you about 13 of the coolest things ever found by Google Earth. Number 13. A ring around the racetrack. Now, it's not uncommon to see things like racetracks from outer space, but when one is in the shape of a perfect circle, well, that kind of just stands out. Such is the case of the Nardo Ring in Italy. Originally called the Pista de Prova de Nardo della Fiat, I did that in one take, by the way. This circular track was used to test cars and prepare drivers for races. The track itself does look thin from above, but it's actually 4 lanes long, and the engineers behind it were so meticulous in how it was created that if you're in the outer lane as you race on the track, you don't have to turn the steering wheel at all. Pretty cool, huh? This track would be built by Fiat in 1975, but has since been bought by Porsche, who still uses it as a racetrack. And why not? It's 12 kilometers long, so why not use it if it's there? Number 12. LAKE-ISLAND-CEPTION. Alright, so you know what a Russian nesting doll is, right? The doll that's within the doll within the doll? Well, in the Philippines, Google Earth discovered a natural version of the Russian nesting doll. This time, though, it's via lakes and islands. It starts with a tiny island located in a crater lake, and both of these are on an island called Volcano Island, which is in Lake Taal, which is in the Philippine island of Luzon. Did you get all of that? This one is one of the things that makes Google Earth so special because unless you trekked through all those islands and lakes, you would have never known about it. However, take a look from above, and a true wonder of the world is revealed. Number 11. Pentagram Park. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to go supernatural on you, but it is fair that you might think that when you see this Google Earth image of a place that's literally formed into the shape of a pentagram. So, what's that all about? Well, this is in Russia, specifically in a place called Kazakhstan. And what's more, the area within the pentagram is a park, like a full-on park where parents take their children to play. Why would a park be constructed in such a way, though? Well, back in the times of the Soviet Union, they didn't fear the pentagram. They embraced it, and many places and areas would actually build a model of the pentagram into them because it's part of their culture. It just kind of makes you wonder, though, how much time and effort goes into making the park into the shape that it needed to be. It's because it couldn't have been that easy. And now for number 10. But first, have you ever found anything strange on Google Earth? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're new here, welcome. Be sure you're subscribed for more great videos in the future. Number 10. A giant man. The ancient world is full of wonders and mysteries that we'll never likely understand, or at least not in full. This includes a lot of geoglyphs and formations that are made into the earth itself. Ones that can only be seen from high above, just like the giant man that can be found in Chile. Spotted by Google Earth, the man may look small in the picture, but he's huge as you get closer to the Earth. This area was carved into a hillside that was within a desert, believe it or not, and it makes you wonder what they were trying to achieve by making such a glyph. Were they trying to please a god, or make a tribute to one, or maybe something else entirely? The truth is out there. Oh, wait, that's something else altogether, right? Number 9. A spaceship. Well, not so much. It really is amazing how much different things can look when you view them from above. Take for instance when a Google Earth viewer looked at Romania and noticed an odd structure. Now, what does it look like to you? Well, to the viewer it was a spaceship, and they have a pretty compelling case. The shape does resemble what many people feel that a UFO would look like. It's partially hidden by trees, and it doesn't look like anything of our world. This would cause quite a ruckus, so people would go to investigate and see exactly what it was. But as it turns out, it was just a water tower. An oddly shaped one, but yeah, just a water tower. Like I said, it's interesting to see how things change when you look at them from above. Number 8. Wheels in the dirt. Now, as previously noted, there are a lot of landmarks on the Earth that can only be seen from above it. In Jordan, if you look real careful, you'll see a set of wheels that still boggles the minds of scientists today. First off, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to these wheels, though people do speculate that they're meant to coincide with the winter solstice. The other big mystery about the wheels is that they're very, very old. Estimates say that they were made about 8,500 years ago, which makes them much older than any other formation on Earth, like the Nazca Lines. Number 7. Lost pyramids. One of the longest-standing creations of the ancient world is the pyramids. These wonders showed that with enough ingenuity and creativity, anything could be built. But satellite imagery from Google Earth may have revealed that there are even more pyramids than previously thought. This image shows a section of Egypt that clearly has something buried within a basin of sand of some sort. Zooming in, you can see whatever it is in the center of that hole or pit is square in shape, just like a pyramid would be looking at it from above. And while you only see 4 here in the picture, there are apparently dozens more where those came from. The obvious question is, why haven't these been excavated to find out? Well, it's because Egypt isn't exactly in a stable position to send out large expedition parties, making those potential pyramids another great mystery of the desert. Number 6. Colors in the water. If you head to Yellowstone National Park, you're going to see a lot of wonders, but only from above can you see one of them in all of its glory. I speak of the Grand Prismatic Spring, a body of water that has a bunch of different colors in and around the body. So why does the spring look like it does? Well, it turns out it's a combination of water, minerals, bacteria, and more. Add to that the body of water is located next to another spring, one that is said to have a yin-yang embrace of sorts. You mix it all up and you get a body of water that turns out multicolored. Number 5. From Mars with Love. So the last UFO sighting I showed you wasn't exactly real in terms of alien life, but this picture raises a whole lot more questions than answers. On the left side of this photo is a tomb located in Japan. On the right is a mound of dirt currently on Mars. Both pictures were taken via Google Earth and Mars respectively, and many feel that they're eerily similar. They do have similar shapes, and whether you look at the tomb itself or the area around it, the heads of both mounds are indeed shaped alike. Most theorists who believe in aliens think that it's proof of Martian life, that they left the red planet and came to Earth at one time, and if so, clearly had an effect on people, especially the Japanese. Unlike the other sighting, there's no proof to debunk this. Both pictures are real. So why are 2 pieces of Earth on 2 different planets looking the same? Could it really be a coincidence? Number 4. Missing Island. One of the best uses of Google Earth is to find something that you can't explain and then go seek and explore it. In 2012, some researchers in Australia did just that, finding what they thought was an island that hadn't been discovered yet, or at the very least had not been visited in some time based on physical maps that they were looking at. The researchers then used Google Earth and found a black spot where the island allegedly existed. Thus, an expedition to Sandy Island would begin. However, when they reached the coordinates that they were supposed to be at, there was nothing there, just water. So what happened to the island? Why did it show up on Google Earth if it wasn't there? After some further research, people now believe that the island was a mistake on the maps and simply a glitch on Google Earth. While that is a plausible explanation, you can't help but wonder if it truly is the case. Number 3. Planting a tribute. In General Lavalle, Argentina, there was a man named Pedro Martin Ureta. He had a wife who sadly died at the age of 25. So in order to pay tribute to her, he decided to begin planting trees, but he planted them in a specific shape. When he was finished, he had literally made a guitar-shaped forest, complete with the details of the guitar, being its bass, its strings, its tuning keys, and more. It's a lovely tribute to be sure. However, there is a touch of irony here. You see, Pedro was afraid of flying, so he could never see his work from above. He had to be shown pictures of it. Still, I think he should be impressed with his work. Number 2. The World, brought to you by Dubai. Humans are known to go the extra mile to make something special or even unique. However, in Dubai, the people decided to go really out there for a particular piece of construction. Now, to be fair, this happened when the country was going through a boom in the building industry, so they went into their coast and made an archipelago of islands. On the surface, that's really cool, but the intent was something much greater, because they formed the islands into shapes that resembled the continents of the world. Tilt your head to the left just a little bit, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's honestly really awesome, if not perfectly accurate, as to how the world looks on a map. But the catch? Well, it was meant to be the next big place to live in Dubai, yet of the 300 islands, only a few are actually occupied by people. Number 1. MAPVERTISIng. In the world of business and market value, some have decided to use Google Earth to help advertise their product. But how? Well, they'll use upland to plant advertising that will be caught by satellite imagery. It's now coined as MAPVERTISing, and the ads are very real. As you can see here in Nevada, there's a picture of Colonel Sanders of KFC. In Chile, there's a collective art piece that makes the largest Coca-Cola bottle ever. And by collective art, I mean the piece is constructed collectively of empty Coca-Cola bottles. I mean, it is clever and all, but come on, you have nothing better to do than to troll Google Earth? Thanks for watching. What did you think of these places from above? Which discovery was your favorite? Let me know all about it in the comments below. Be sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time on World 5.